Hey, what's up everyone, Sangtuary here. We're back for another game of Dune Imperium. A bit different again because it is tournament time. The CHOAM Directorship Tournament, 2nd edition, organized by NYBRAZE. So big shout out to him. And I've found myself joining this tournament thanks to shoutout. A big shout out to him who invited a bunch of players from Europe and America and actually even Australia. It is a Chinese tournament. So according to NYBRAZE, there are more than 70 Chinese players in the tournament, and we are basically 8 other players from Europe and America mainly. So how this tournament goes is it goes with winner and loser bracket. Hopefully you're familiar with that. Otherwise, I mean, to make it simple, we are 8 non-Chinese players. We play against each other. We are separated into 2 groups. So the first game will already be decisive because the one who ends up last is eliminated from the tournament. The one who ends up first ends in the winner bracket, and the ones who end up in between, second and third, end up in the loser bracket. What it means is that they have one more game basically to redeem themselves and potentially come back into the tournament. In practice, what it means is second and third will play against the second and third of the other game, given we're 8 players non-Chinese in the non-Chinese group. We are 8 players, so we all play one game. The second and third then play against each other, then try to still jump back into that winner bracket. And basically what it means is that these players that end up second and third play against each other, and the top 2 of that game will then join the top 1 of each game to actually make another game of their own. So the third game would be the first of both of those eliminatory games, plus the winners of that loser bracket game, and they all play one more game to try and join the final table of the tournament, the top 16, I think it is at this stage. Top 2 will be qualified by then. So to make it, to put it in very simple terms, the first game, don't lose it. The second game, end it in top 2. The third game, end in top 2 again, and then you would end in the top 16 of the tournament. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. Obviously trying to win the game as usual, but if not, at least trying not to lose it would be really good to stay in the tournament and yeah, try to go further there. But yeah, big shout out to NYBRAZE to organize that. Really appreciate, and it is a bit of a different format. A bit tougher to explain. Maybe next time I should do a little graphic or something to help supporting. But anyways, I hope you still bear with me. If you enjoyed this kind of content, let me know in the comments. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. It costs nothing and it helps a lot. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right, let's have a quick look. We are player 4 here, which is never ideal here, but some very strong 3 casters. So Armand looks like an interesting candidate. Desha is always strong, obviously, but I think it looks like maybe an Armand game. Let's hope we get the ring though. I'm a bit scared that they blow the row right from the start, but let's still try. Yeah, I don't like starting as the last player here for sure. Especially in Immortality, it's not so enjoyable usually. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out, especially with such strong leaders in the draft. As 4th player, you kind of lose your edge being the one being able to choose your leader first. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, here the goal will be to win, obviously, as usual, but especially also not to lose, because obviously losing would mean being eliminated from the tournament. So yeah, second and third still go to the loser bracket. 4th is done, and Let's see. Oh, two spectating here. Lily, big shout out to you, and Kotelze, I don't know. But big shout out to him nonetheless, for sure. Okay, let's hope for the ring here. And the ring is here, so that's good news. Now we just need to hope nobody's blowing the row, because it looks like it's blown, to be honest. But I remain hopeful. Hopefully one of them goes hardy as well to deny Tessia this conflict, because it's a bit good to let her have that. Starting with Technego, goes the artillery, very interesting. But everyone does here smuggle, that's not very good news, to be honest. He should have blocked Hardy here, I think. But that gives him very high chances of getting his own Swordmaster next round. Lets him play an experimentation. I can understand the move. Here goes full space instead. Might have a bit of an awkward hand there. Can I do Seek Allies into Wealth and then bring to Menta? Is it still gonna be there? I'll try, to be honest. I'm greedy. It is very greedy. But I would be hopeful, given nobody bombed the row now. I would hope nobody does it now, and well, an early reveal could still happen. That is true, but I'm basically betting on that not happening. In the worst case, I mean, shifting is not a bad target for my ring either. It's just Guildbankers is amazing. Thinking about early revealing here scares me a bit, not playing his agent here. Oh, he does. Oh, does he take treachery maybe? Probably not, right? Oh, he does. Okay, that's very good news. Oh, that's less good news. Whoa, that's crazy though. What an emotional roller coaster. I would still have preferred Guildbankers. I'm still a bit bummed by that move. But these are crazy picks. No, but surely it's not going to be there anymore. Someone must bomb that, probably. That would be a bummer as well, because getting in the shadows with my ring would be a great target. Interesting to take treachery though. With 6 there, I think I would have taken Guildbankers and shifting, because they work well together as well. Shifting being 2 persuasion, it can work on its own. So quite interesting. Early reveals as well, but for him, yeah, it's pretty understandable. The hand was not so great. Well, I'm gonna go with the ring. Taking the shadows. probably gonna take the other in the shadows. Yeah, does look like it. I appreciate the kind words there. Do I go for... this could actually work for me. Because that's 2 spice plus another 2 here. Then I could maybe go fire. Let's maybe do that. My persuasion's pretty bad here. I will trash a dagger and take a liaison instead. That's a good trade. Let's see. Get the ring back, but now there's no great target there. I could try to keep 6 persuasion. I may be selective, but I don't like doing that when I don't have it. I don't have a discard. Here, probably gonna play smuggle if that's open. Not sure though, but not sure it remains open. It's more smuggle and conspire would put me in a good position, maybe for a swordmaster next round, possibly. I think we'll try that. By the way, it seems we've reached the target on YouTube, so no more need for subscribing. I appreciate you guys, but you can just watch and chill, not do anything. Just kidding, obviously. If you enjoy what I'm doing, and you could hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, it would be amazing. But really appreciate that. We're on Twitch as well if you're there. It doesn't cost anything, and I'm often live streaming there. You can also potentially get a gifted sub or sub yourself to play with emotes or join the Discord. There's a sub only channel there as well. A couple of benefits you can get from that on YouTube. I'm still too small obviously to have memberships, but hey, help me get there, so yeah, just subscribe. So he's really interested in this combat, it seems. Was wealth instead of ship. Didn't have the yellows? I'm confused. What did he reveal last round? played one experimentation, and did he play the ring as well? Oh yeah, probably no yellows. That's always frustrating, but then opening here with 4 space might not have been... well, denying Tessia maybe. He has a ring, right? Yes. Yeah, that's what was played there. So do I still go Conspire regardless? Or do I maybe select... I would trash Recon out of my hand, to be honest, and then it's not sure I hit 6. So yeah, let's just go Conspire. Well, worst case, we go High Council again. Next, not looking so great. I could actually smuggle down next round. It's me enough for a sword. That's where, yeah, 100 going now, feeding me 1 Solari would have been great. Because then I would have had smuggle up at 1 Solari. I would have been on 8. No need to recall. Because obviously I'd rather go up because there's so much value in that second step. And he would have been on, well, minus the wealth. He won plus 5 the recall, so he would be on 6. Would probably mean I would get my Swordmaster before him unless this is a windfall, but all of this did not happen. I'll probably play my experimentation, just smuggle down, dagger, sword. Then, well, liaison kinda sucks, but playing most likely. Again, holo projector. I get some ice at some point again. Maybe a Chris knife actually. Or chair dog. Yeah. Bad. Yeah, let's take the Chris knife. Who doesn't like a comfy chair? I can only agree with my new desktop chair here. Very comfortable. It goes shipping, I would expect. Might have the ring, but it's not gonna feed me my missing Solari, so I kinda need to recall here. I'll go for a trash here. Actually enough for both. No, I'm actually 1 short for both High Council and Swordmaster, but it's not bad. I can actually pivot if I see that the city spaces are taken, so that I would have nowhere to go with my liaison on my 3rd agent. I might actually go High Council first. Never mind. Given he's gonna take his Solari here, I didn't think he would actually get the Infiltrator. He would have fed me my missing Solari. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Tempted. Actually, dagger to High Council. Delay Soulmaster for everyone. Problem is, I'll be one Solari short next round, and East typically could go Conspire and have enough already this round. Oh, also has Treachery and Corino Jeans, so surely he goes Conspire, yeah. And there is a city spaces for me, because East 90% sure goes Conspire, so then there's only Andrew with one agent left, meaning I should have the city space. Let's go forward first. I liked High Council as well because it would have given me maybe a Gurney or a Treachery. There goes Conspire. Yeah, if I delayed my Soulmaster, I would not have been in position to take it next round. For one Solari though. If Andrew recalled gave me Solari, probably would have done it. Bet on getting a green next round to go Soulmaster with my first action and delay everyone. I don't have that many greens anymore. Well, still actually those two also have been reshuffled. Would be great if I can actually pull the Chris knife out, going Arakeen. I have the Fremen Bond here. Demo chords, I didn't even see that pop up, although I would not have been so interested. Still, know what decks there are, obviously. Or where. Not beating that. Gurney or Treachery? Treachery is a very good card for Nessia, but Gurney is a very good card for everyone. I mean, Treachery as well, to be fair, but it stays in your deck just until you play it. Whereas Gurney, you can potentially make more out of it. But Nessia needs influence. I think I would go Treachery. Yeah, I think I'll go Arakeen. Station and recall for a beetle and get an in. I think I'll send out 3. Because Beast also has artillery, so 1 dagger and he would die me if I put in 2. Getting 2 water would be good as well for this fat pile of ice that we see. There he goes, 1 dagger. Ring experimentation is not great though. I like to play them, especially if I get 2 great flat. Would have been the perfect card to set there. This is it. I'd probably go with the ring, but And maybe deploy to selective could be an idea. And pull through famine again to the bond. Of playing a double cross or something. Didn't have any sword either. Yeah, it's gonna be about his intrigues. Maybe mine as well. Let's see what we record here, or what we get by reclaiming. Big farm are also pretty good, but I think I'll rather try to bet on the combat card at that point. If not, fair enough. I'm placing the second dagger with another liaison. And to have combat because weakest of all combat, so yeah, if we pull through an ambush or master tactician, we have snatch that. Unless he has maybe another combat card as well, but we don't know. Might want a poison soup here. Okay, then we have the famine bond, so I'll keep that for the reveal. We'll go snatch that. Take another liaison again? Not sure, to be honest. I'm good. As selective, trashing the ring already? Might be the play. In which case, maybe buying a liaison wouldn't have bad though. The ring. One last hurrah. Also because it kind of replaces maybe a city access with the ring. Yellow I have with Chris Knife. Green I have with the liaisons as well. Nobody has spies, so maybe I want to go High Council first. Usually not a big fan of doing High Council with the liaison because it basically evens out. But I don't have any other, I mean except the ring, but if I plan on flashing the ring, and now Tessia has spies, so maybe I still start off. Okay. That pulled me something more interesting today, maybe. Vision, and then I mean a gurney I would take for sure. So the beetle way. Let's do a quick roundup of the points. One early combat for Beast there, one early combat for Andrew as well, and the friendship for Tessia. Two friendships for Andrew is the one with the other in the shadows, so we need to be a bit careful, but I am targeting this alliance, to be honest. So... but yeah, Gurney would be... Pull through a Gurney. This stage I could trash the convincing at the end of this. Player. I will go for the spice here. Although I don't like feeding one to 100 because that's his ring activated. But sending out one troop to get potentially 2 spice depends on what Beast does as well. But might be in a position to get some value out of one troop here. Oh, Andrew gets self. Might blow the row then. Negotiated is not bad at all. Let's just go for it anyways. Oh, well, he's probably gonna blow the row. Yes, I'm not sure has 4 in her hand. Just 2 cards. Both her convincings in this card. Good. Treachery, Air Dog, Relax Master. Yeah, no other 2 persuasion. She doesn't have it, but Yadina is good for persuasion though. Water I don't have. Or although Water Peddler and Sayadina, that could work. I don't hate that. Oh, okay. Well. To the NYBRAZE, Dissecting Kit, lots of good cards. I feel like if I nuke it as well, there's gonna be just horrible stuff popping up, given everything that came out now. A bit of a bummer that I can't take both Dissecting Kit and let's say a Peter de Vries, for instance. That would have been great. Dissecting Kit is a really strong card. Especially now that I can reveal it for Beatles. Okay, I'm not sure what's best here. Take those 2, but that's a lot of city and maybe it is power play. I like Dissecting Kit. What's up there? Okay, well, I'll take Gene Manipulation maybe for extra trash. Evening Treachery for the win here, unless Bessie can deny that. That's a very cheap win for Beast. I already get the beetle out of the Dissecting when we draw it, so that's pretty good. This gives me the alliance, feeling it. But it's not a great hand by any means. Well, to be honest, I don't have that much. I would want to play Diplo especially. But I already have my 2 Fremens in the hand, so this would not reveal I don't draw it this round. So maybe I want to go Penta or Holo. Holo could help me actually, keeping in the shadows. I could go Dreadnought and Holo. Kinda delays this. I'm not at a high, but I like the idea. The Manta is gone as well, so Holo is my the option of drawing right now. Unless I mean Arakeen obviously is also one, but great. Go Arakeen. Out of those 5 cards, there are 3 that I'm really happy. I'd be really happy to see. It's Dissecting Kit, Chryslife, or Diplo. Diplo to play, Chryslife to reveal, Dissecting Kit to reveal as well. So let's see what we pull through. We might just pull through another one, which is a bit of a bummer, but Tips. Oh, he might take the Holo here, because he obviously also has the shadows. Yeah. Isat is another very good contender, but it does not allow me to draw. I might go Arakeen first. Sucks, I'm not really happy with that. Do I go for a flagship? I would need some ice first. But I could actually get it from councilors if I go Icons. Technigo flagship, and then I don't want to play in the shadows. Then I would have to hope for Imperial Base to open. I know, it doesn't feel good. I think it's Arakeen. I said lose nice, but I think 8. Pulling through convincing was the worst card we could have here, sadly. Else was better. This is a very sad hand. Well, I could go play Experimentation, take another Spice, and then go Liaison to Technigo by the flagship still. Or the Spice hat, but flagship for next round. Because I have the Solari. Or I could Experimentation and Liaison to High Council. Keep the 5. Repeat a Breeze or a Power Play. go with In the Shadows. Yes. And giving up on this, at least for now. But actually, yeah, if I go High Council, then I use Dispensation. Buying Flagship is kinda useless because I won't have any more Solari to spend on the next round. Having all of that at the bottom of the deck really sucks. It's bad for my tempo. Because Dissecting Kit right now would have given me this as well. It would have been great, obviously. But it would also have been in my next reshuffle. I would have maybe seen it again to get here, and then very likely I get to the end. Given I haven't had it yet, not so obvious. I even consider Menta to try and draw it. And any of those three would be great, because Diplo I could also send to Selective afterwards. Revealing this knife would be nice as well, just for the bump, but that I care a bit less about. Getting Gene Manipulation at this stage would be a bit of a waste. But playing Menta when there is no Menta is really bad. Really bad, but it might still be the play. No, I don't like it. Let's just go here. Send out one troop. One thing why I don't like it is if I draw Diplo, I wouldn't go into the combat then. And going into combat for a water here for very cheap. Yeah, let's go this way. Oh, he went well. I'm sure he has that card in deck, in his hand, the Imperial whatever. Yeah, Shock Trooper. In which case he might even have something like a gruesome sacrifice or something. Looks like a bit of an overcommitment. Was Technigo by Spice Up? Okay, Chommer Key. I'm not too concerned by that because I think I have a way of getting my ships pretty easily. This is with Chris Knife. This, well, I'll get it within the shadows right now. This is a bit more concerning, but the power play would be enough for that. The Chris Knife, I need also a Fremen for that. Worry about that next one. And in the end, buying Spice Hat and trashing it costs 7 spice. Flagship costs 8 and gives you a point on purchase as well, so it's not like... lose too much if I can still get that flagship. One benefit of Spice Hat is you can buy it for 4 and worry about rushing it later. But here I have the spice, so I could buy it up front. Using this though, so actually it wouldn't have mattered so much. Getting that dissecting kit now would not have given the spice here. But it would still have given me one more beetle by being able to reshuffle it for next. Spice. And Tessia, I need to be careful about that. If I want my flagship, I kind of need to take it somewhat soon. But I think I still go. I cancel actually because 5. I mean, B still plays most likely. Andrew has only 1 card, so I think I get power play or Peter. Probably would take power play at this stage because it's a point for me. I played on false place. So yeah, let's do that. Also gives me spice here to be able to take both selective and action. I need this intrigue that I'll get now by revealing in the shadows. I need that to be clutched. Because here I don't have much going for myself. Literally nothing. I know what you know, and you know what I know you know. Okay, so the intrigue he pulled. So Shanonimus was probably the first one to pull an intrigue after Handro, and Handro knows what intrigue it is, I guess. Let's have a quick look. And full space, well, in. Suits. Nobody got an intrigue actually until Arthag here. Yeah, indeed. Did he actually have 5? Oh no, he already revealed for. No way. And he got charisma to get power play. Okay, well. Let me first reveal still. Because that intrigue might be that will change my mind. But so the trash, other convincing. Do I actually do this, maybe? With spiritual fervor. Maybe, and I trash Counselor's Dispensation? Yeah, but the thing is now, if I draw Diplo, I'll be a bit bummed. But anything else would be nice, though. Let's try it. Let's be crazy. Oh, almost played it. Okay, I'm not the worst, not the best. It's alright. Do I replace it with a liaison here? I don't think so, to be honest. Vicious Talent might not be a bad pick, given I'm almost at the end here. run it back, guys. In the Shadows is back, but I might, this time I might play it, to be honest. Try and get that as well, would be bad. I think selective would be an idea. Maybe I in the Shadows first to Technego. This I reveal. But what do I flip within the Shadows though? Liaison, maybe I flip a liaison. This could be useful. In case selective is taken, that's a way for me to potentially trash in the Shadows still. Grand Conspiracy. Well, I have a High Council. Getting two, not sure that's gonna happen though. 2 factions with 4. Well, actually maybe this one. With the Chris knife. And I also need an SMF at some point. And now flipping a liaison out within the Shadows would be the best way to get an SMF. And I'm not gonna flip that away, that's valuable. I'm gonna play Diplo to selective if I can. Either. Yeah, I guess in the Shadows to Technego, flipping liaison, then Diplo to selective, trashing in the Shadows. It's gonna be capped. And gonna put me down to 5 persuasion drawing 2 cards. Not getting SF that way. Maybe I do selective first. Slash Diplo though. There's nothing I really want to flip away within the Shadows. Why maybe just not selective? Crazy idea. Glider. Okay, well that's the spice gone. Yeah, let's go. Let's still do that. I take Chomer key? No, I think it's still flagship. Let's flip liaison. Oh, how did I do my math? I don't have enough spice for selective. Well, maybe gene manipulation gives it to me. I mean, it does give it to me, but yeah, then maybe I don't selective this round. So this hand is. Oh yeah, actually I know why. I was still counting my Councilor's Dispensation spice. Getting Solari would be good for me now, but my hands fall very awkwardly, to be honest. Solari would allow me maybe to use flagship or to potentially buy 2 dreads for the Grand Conspiracy. that's... I mean, if I cannot get one this round, it's unlikely that I'm gonna get two by the end of the game, so... But I have to forget about. In manipulation to Arrakeen is probably gonna be the play, and then Diplo to selective. Nice. So he has technically... Well, Spice is only worth 1 point for him currently, so the goal will definitely be for him to get that last friendship, crash it afterwards. Because I back ship, no shipping access. Maybe I just deploy to full space though. Shipping next round, but it's too late. Round 7 shipping. If I was set up here, maybe like that, just not feeling right. But how else would I get that friendship though? Yeah, because selective won't give me Christmas for anyways. Maybe gene manipulation to Arrakeen, crashing the shadows, and then deploy to space. Experimentation. Do I trash experimentation out of the shadows? I think it's a bit crazy. I think it's just trashing the shadows. And I'm not going to deploy here for one spice, not knowing if I get it or not, even he still has agents. Who's selecting himself? Okay, that kind of decides it for me. Even though it doesn't look bad, I'm on 6 points, 4, 6, 5. Looks like I'm leading with Handro. Surely not feel that way, to be honest. There's not so much potential for me anymore, except this friendship and this point here. The rest is really up in the air. I don't have a way of generating Safari. My next hand is this. Tough. Maybe I... No, but I'm not going to early reveal for that. But grafting it with dissecting kit could be an option to get 2 bumps. That friendship plus I need to push for the second faction with 4. But no, not worth an early reveal. It's been the entire game a bit like that. Like, nothing is clicking right. My hands are not drawn the right way. There are some games like that. It doesn't feel like things are clicking correctly, so play it the best we can and see where that leads. Also some decision making I could have done better. Probably. But yeah. It's like I was blocked out of many of my ideas as well. Maybe I should have very first round just bought that guild bankers, not overthought that. And I need full space if I want. Because it's my only way of getting it. And having a full space in the deck is not bad either. I really need to get lucky with my next hand. My one card missing from this, it can be a Diplo or that full space. That would be really great. I need to target an SMF next round, I think. Or I could try to fight it by going hardy with that full space or Diplo. Then have the Fremen Bond kick in here as well for this bump. That could give me more plus influence. But I would still be missing a Spice plus Flow to at least the point out. That's not good either. If Andrew wins this fight, it's really gonna put head. Second DP. I trash an experimentation here, I think. And I might take the sister, because that's also Bene Gesserit access, maybe for a selective. Just for good persuasion. This I'm not gonna take. So getting here would give me one more beetle. Recalling, because I'm on 2 specimens, so 1 more specimen and I can recall to here. Then I need to reveal the dissecting kit and that. And VP as well, but for that I need to get lucky here. Ideally I get full space in hand. Then from a selective I draw enough for an SMF and dissecting kit. Not too good to be true. It's technically feasible, but I need to be lucky. And if not, then my only way to draw would be sending liaison to Arakin. Actually. One Tessia, like this. Oh, okay. Bad. Needing a pool right there with exploder. no way. Okay. This is exactly what I did there. And I think I would go selective, yeah. I'll play it a bit defensively, knowing I should try to not lose the game. I'm not gonna risk it all on a combat and gamble it, see if I can get 2 VPs here and deny them from someone else, knowing that by going selective, I should get an SMF, and if I get lucky, I might even be in a position to get this point as well. And let's see if full space carries me there. It draws me 3 cards, so if it draws me Dissecting Kit, that should be good. Yeah. Anything else would work. So yeah, selective ideally pulls me through Dissecting Kit, Diplo, and whatever else. Then I could send Diplo to one of those, because then Revealing Chris Knife will put me here. Triggering Grand Conspiracy, given I'll also get an SMF. And then I could play Experimentation wherever to get myself this point as well by reclaiming, revealing. Yeah, let's hope this has to happen. Have a chance in this game. Okay, Diplo is here, so that's huge already. Oh. That's not great. My plan to work, I actually need my last 2 agents for Experimentation and Diplo. Would it have even worked? Actually, no. Actually, it wouldn't have worked to get an SMF. Because right now I'm on 9, having pulled through 2 cards with 2 Persuasion. 11, counting the sister. I would have only been on 10 had I pulled the Dissecting Kit. Meaning I should have an early revealed. I would not have been in a position to play Spiritual Fervor and Diplo. Not Fervor. I think I'll play 2 Still Suits. Get myself potentially some spies for tiebreaker, or do I go Hardy? Hardy does mean that my Experimentation can only go Basin or something. It's risky. I think I'll go Still Suits. Plan with the sister. Basically, I'll just 1 research short of getting that. But at least I'll get an Intrigue. So who knows, maybe it's a Scarab. That would actually be a lifesaver. Nobody bought an SMF so far, I think. skip there. Argument. Yeah. Based on that, the fact that Beast played Peter, I assume they won't get an SMF end of this round, although not entirely sure, but it does seem like. So will we reach endgame round 7? Maybe not. Because I'm getting an SMF. That's it. So experimentation to grab all that. Thing is, if it's not the end game, I might want to keep my water to research. Because all of that spice. Gives me shuttle fleet. Very interesting. I just go. Maybe I smuggle? Crazy. To set up maybe for a shipping next round. Shipping gives me what? Solari to power up the flagship. I don't think it changes that much. My water wouldn't be so bad though. If it goes on. Does it? Maybe not. No, I'll play it that way. Because Hanjo could actually get that friendship, trash his spice at, then he'll be on 9. 10, and Spice Throw would be 11. So it's not very likely, given he only has 4 cards in hand. Would need to spend 1 for wealth. 3 cards probably doesn't give him an SMF, but he has also 3 intrigues, so instead it could also be Deeper Must Awaken, although then how would he trash his spice at, I'm not sure. But I mean, he might have outs for endgame this round. Which probably wouldn't be the worst for me. It would probably mean a 2nd place. It blocks wealth. Here, an interesting take. Because he's missing 2 friendships. Maybe have been a play to get there. Might have, blocked that intentionally for Hanjo not to be able to go wealth and then trash his spice set to get to 9. Basically what we were saying before. Might just be a way of also powering his war chest if he has one. To be sure he has combats to win that fight and take the game to another round. Wouldn't be so great for another round. I can't do that much round. I won't have. Technically, I could get 2 dreadnoughts by buying 1 and by getting full scale assault. That might work actually, if it's still there by next round, which it might not. But the only point I would see on the board for me is this one that I would get pretty easily by just revealing Dissecting Kit. Was wealth with the Infiltrator, and he's 1 away of triggering his Memo Corridor there. that with chair dog. Go it first because he's 5 cards. Let me first see what intrigue we pop here. Harvest cells. Not so interesting. It's still not so bad. Oh, but it's at least 3 troops. Never mind. Somehow I'm confusing that one with gruesome sacrifice always. I thought I would just need 2 troops. Losing 2 troops. Yeah, then it's a bit useless. I mean, to be honest, even so it was useless. I wouldn't have taken sleep armor, I think. At this stage I take my last beetle with the reveal of dissecting kit if it was another round. The harvest cell is a bit dead. Curious to see what Hundra will reveal. Because if it goes another round and I'm lucky with my draw, I might be able to actually steal that alliance. But it really depends. If he has ring or Diplo in hand next round, then it's pretty unlikely. Oh, okay, well that's why wealth, yes. That's 8 points, 9, 10. Place the ring now. Do I play Vicious Talents for 2 more spice? I don't think so. It could be useful next round. Actually, if I can get Diplo, I could Highliner plus Vicious Talents. Depends a bit what conflict it is. Knowing myself and my current luck in this game, probably going to be Grand Vision and it's going to be kind of useless. But if it's not, if it's again 2 VPs, like Econ Supremacy would also be kind of cumbersome for me because I don't have any Solari and I would spend all my spice on Highliner. But if it's 2 VPs again, I can be so cold and hoping for that. And if I get Highliner, none of the above happened. Interestingly. I'm on 10 persuasion right now. I could selective. I'm still 100% sure. I'm not actually. This knife and spice must flow if both are the ones I pull, I would not have SMF anymore. I play sister. But I think I'll still try it. Yeah. Oh, but that sucks. Getting Spice Must Flow really sucks here. Because now I'm on 9 Persuasion. And there's nothing I can do. Yeah. I spent 2 Spice and I'll get 1 back, so I kinda lost 1 Spice in that deal. But where it's pretty good still is a denied selective from maybe a Tessia or Conjure. That maybe use that to draw some cards. Although they can also go research, but for Tessia especially, getting that Snooper token out, that friendship, would I say rather, plus drawing would have been pretty good. Here, do I really have no other ways continuing to play, get an SMF? Or do I not get an SMF? Do I highliner this, for instance? And then... highliner gives me 1 point, but I potentially deny it from others. Everyone is pretty poor in resources. I mean, everyone could go highliner, but once we do that, that kinda means we can't buy a second. Although I could, by going then Great Flat with my last stage. Highliner, Great Flat, Talon. I do give up on an SMF for a chance of getting 2 VPs here. At worst get 1 VP. Yes, I mean, no, it could be worse than that. But with Vicious Talents... and Harvest Cells. The cells actually would give me specimens. Plus the one I have here if I reveal this. Then I would not need to necessarily reveal... I think if highliners open up. Let's do it. Does not have his crazy swords power, but he might still have 1 dagger. Try some other stuff with swords. This does not. He revealed that. It's in his discard, I mean. Journey on 100 that. Fetch. Thank you, Fetch. I don't think he has that many swords, maybe 1 or 2. Put him on 10. She played treachery. And Beast also played that Emperor Alliance. Could have his ring. Oh no, never mind, it's here. research station is open though. I drew 3 cards with that. 3 persuasion and sword. And I could actually play liaison to research station. But then it's kind of giving up on this point here. That I would get through an SMF instead. Trying to get this point will still be valuable. Then at least I would not bet on winning that fight necessarily. I would try to bet on getting second. Yeah, I think I do research with the liaison. Puts me down to 6 persuasion, draws me 3 cards. 9%. I'd be just 1 bump away from stealing that though. Sadly. Maybe I should have gone still this week. Then I would not be competing for that at all. Draw 3 cards with it. The research, yeah. Could also go with dissecting kit. Get another specimen. And then harvest cells. But I don't think I'm that. I'll keep it. Does it matter? I would get another specimen here. I reclaim horses for troops and harvest. No, never mind. Okay, let's just research. Well, Spiceless Flow is back on the line after giving up on it. I was not expecting research to be open, but to be honest, I should probably have anticipated that, given Asia when shipping up first, was probably hoping nobody would go smuggle, and now probably gonna try to just get that, maybe with a ring. That would mean she could also get involved in that combat pretty heavily. But I'm still on 11 points right now, SMF plus that last one here. Let's see where 11 puts me. Goes wealth, maybe block Asia here, but probably has her ring, right? Get that. In hand, might be hardy. The memo cord's active now, I guess. Or I would hope he's scared and protect his alliance. Probably gonna activate his memo. Holtzman is there. Would have been great for me. Yeah, there she goes. Hurt. Bunch of troops out. It's 10, right? Yeah. Basically are same level. I'll be on 11, and with Vicious Talents, I could go up to 17. I hope that's enough for second place. Get a point out of it. Because then I would be 10 with SMF, 11 with that, 12 with combat. I would hope this is enough. Second, maybe even first, but I don't dare to hope for first place. A lot of, well, not here actually. I'm the only one here to reasonably pick that. But here in end games potentially, yeah, there's. Yeah, just 2 cards on reveal, so his swords probably not bring him that far. At best, I get 4 swords. 1 dagger in hand is bad. That's it, but maybe I'm missing one. So then he would be on 8. He only has 1 dagger. Probably gonna Sonic Snoop his intrigues, might get some combat out of that. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this deck, except this Tacting Kit, none of those cards are strong, but it still shows that a small deck can go a long way even without very good cards. You can reduce variability, increase your persuasion, get some SMFs out of it, get some repeated value out of one card that does not seem so amazing, but in the end we were this close to potentially getting an alliance deal right there. So 10 SMF 7. Oh, he didn't have a dagger in hand. Towards active. He's already on 11 plus probably a Spicer's floor 12. Plus high chance of still taking something from here. 12, and he beats me on Spice or on Solari tiebreak. Even more go now. Though that extra Spice plus reinforcements here. Okay. I don't beat that. I'm not too unhappy where I stand right now. Even I started as player 4, because player 4 in Immortality, when you don't have one of the best cheerleader. I mean, to be honest, I could have maybe gone Tessia, but a bit tired of playing Tessia. If there was a Baron, okay, I would have gone for him. Lito maybe as well. Tessia, a bit less convinced right there, so I should have probably still gone for her as player 4. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played it. Never mind. I've waited. That doesn't really matter. But I don't matter, I don't get another point out of that. I hope. Okay, I cannot take that. Corner the market. No points, grand. I take a point. There we go. Second. Well, it's same as third, to be honest, because both go to losers bracket. It doesn't feel so great, but I didn't really have a shot at first, and for a large part of the game it felt like I might end up last, to be honest. I'm not too unhappy about that. GG to Smartini on Beast, had 3 points from combat, 1 alliance, and the rest is pretty standard. Huge GG to Castamir on Handro, who had 14 points, 4 points from combat, 1 alliance that we almost grabbed there, but actually would have allowed us to win that game. Had we gotten this from him, we would have both been on 13 points. But yeah, still. German Alliance, 1 SMF, and memo codes plus Spysat as endgame tax. Anonymous on Tessia at Facing Guild Alliance, end of the T-Lax track, Murky, which did not prove useful. And myself with any Alliance, 2 Spice with Flows, end of T-Lax, 1 point from Grand Conspiracy, and 1 point from Flagship. Yeah, that means there will be another game in that CHOAM Directorship tournament. Given we went into that losers bracket, we will need to try and win there to get back into the winners bracket there. Anyways, thanks a lot everyone for following. If you enjoyed that, please hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and I hope to see you very soon again. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.